What's up, everybody? Grumpy Giant here, and welcome to Enigmatica 2 Expert. We are kind of well on our way with a start. I've been off camera doing some work down in the mines, like I said I was going to. We are up to iron now, which is exactly where I want it to be. We got quite a bit of copper, which is you know, that's cool. But, and I also expanded this a little bit. What I had to do, I had to go skeleton hunting, and it was kind of sketchy. I have the shield. Surprisingly, I didn't get hit by anything. I was able to drag them back to our door here, and kill them off that way, which made things substantially easier. But we needed bones for bone meal, and we're gonna need what, 9? No, we need, I don't know. Let's just get that. I think that's right. Anyhow, what we need to get into today, we need to start down the Immersive Engineering line, right? So the gate here is a coke brick, and that'll give us choice of iron plate, fluid pump, portable tank. We want the iron plate. The iron plate is going to allow us to actually upgrade our armor to iron armor. This leather stuff, it's not good. In fact, it's terrifying. So what we need to do is we've got to convert this stuff over to porcelain clay, right? And that should be perfect. And then we need some sandstone, which is easy enough. We can craft sandstone because we haven't come across any yet. And we'll see if that's enough. I don't know if it is or not. Yes. No, that's more than we need. That's fine. That's fine. We need 9. I don't know why I made that many. That's cool. Doesn't hurt my feelings. And then the other thing that we want to get into today is the Angel of Vengeance. And the big reason that we want to get into that is that gives us the opportunity to kind of get into spells and things of that nature. So we got the sandstone, the brick, and the porcelain clay. And that should be 27, if my math is right. Yep, it is. So our Immersive Engineering quest line has begun. I'm going to put it right here. And let's get this torch up here again. But part of the reason that we need to get into this is because we need to start prepping for steel. A steel production. So we want the iron. Oh, we get all of them. Oh, it's not a choice reward. It's all of them. Oh. Portable tank, fluid pump, and an iron, and the 32 iron plates. Very cool. Very cute. That gives us the opportunity to start looking at getting into extra utilities and mechanism. The reason that I've chosen to go this route, rather than worry about getting down any of these other ones, right now we have no ore doubling. And honestly, I haven't checked to see how far down the line ore doubling comes in. I hope it's not incredibly far down the line. However, Thaumcraft is another one that we kind of need to get into. We can't really get into that very well without gold. And right now we've got 1 gold ore. Not good. Not good at all. I did start, though, working on getting some bronze. Because we're going to need a ton of bronze. Again, I hate getting too far ahead of myself with a lot of these mods until we have some kind of ore doubling. The copper we've got a ton of. What I want to do with the copper, and I hope this recipe is unchanged, I would like to see if we can make us the tool forge. Very nice. Very nice. Thought I saw a name tag down there. So now we've got access to all the good stuff. We are limited to basically Tinker's tools for quite some time. It is a what is that? A laser gun. Wow. I didn't know that was there. Anyway, we're limited to Tinker's tools and everything else. And in order to make some of the better stuff, like say crossbows or the shuriken ninja star, or sledgehammers or the big hammer, all of this stuff, the bigger tools are going to require us to have the actual tool forge. Well, done. We've got that now. We have enough copper. We still have almost a stack of copper, even though we don't have any kind of ore doubling. So I don't mind doing that. And I'm actually quite happy about doing that. So now we need to get into immersive engineering, right? So we need to, okay, this is the checkbox task. We get the engineer's hammer and the engineer's manual. I don't know that I really hope the manual's not as busted as it tends to be. Okay, awesome. So we need to pick these back up. Was that a crafting one? Really? Oh, no, we just have to claim it. So this gives us all the parts, and it says in the quest book even to recommend building the metal press. I agree, except we don't have power yet, so we have to figure that out too. In any case, this is an item reward. I don't know that... Do we even have the space to put this stuff? Yeah, I guess we have the space over there, so we'll claim it. And then we can start working down that line, right? So we'll put the coke bricks back up in just a second. We're gonna put some of this stuff away, but first we have one bucket. There's some bones. There's wood, but no room for wood. We could take the coal and put it over there, and that coal, and probably that. Come on, work your way back around. There we go. Yep, that'll do. That will do. We'll put that stuff all in this chest, because that's where it goes. We'll put the iron in there too. The iron plates I want to hold out. Why don't we do that? Let's upgrade at least a good chunk of our armor. The chest. So it's basically iron plates instead of iron ingots, and then you need the leather tunic to get the iron chest plate. So we're gonna do that, and then I think probably the pants. I don't know that I want to blow all of the iron plates that we just got. Although, I mean, maybe we should, right? I think we probably will. Why not, I guess. So we'll do that. And it's probably that. Yep, that. And then the helm. And I guess we've still got 8. So that's okay. So let's throw these guys on. Give us a little bit more protection. Not a lot more protection. Let's get this out again, because we need to get this thing going. The other thing that this will come in very handy for is it will allow us to, there we go, to start getting creosote, which is needed for the treated wood planks, which is needed for chests. And it's interesting, and I don't mind how much of a process this kind of is, but it is a process, and it's kind of cool though. So let's go take a look here. So this is going to want us to start getting into some energy production. This is going to require treated wood, which again is what we just got going on. The coke or the blast furnace, the blast bricks, we're not going to be able to do that yet. We're going to have to get to the nether before we can get to that point. But we will be able to kind of start working on some of these other things once we get treated wood. The alloy kiln is kind of nice. What's involved with kiln bricks? I don't think we're going to have enough clay, but... no. That's going to need more... I don't think we've got enough clay for that. What is that? That makes 2. So we need, what, 8? 8 bricks total. Do we have the sandstone for that? Yeah, we do. We might. We might. Okay. I think we're going to be able to do this. So let's start cooking up some coal. You know what? Why don't we do this? Let's break that up. And do 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. Go a little bit faster. Now that we've got our kiln, or our coke oven going, we'll get some creosote oil, which is, it's going to take some time because that's not a very quick process. Why don't we look at the Angel of Vengeance? It's a statue, and it requires polished diorite, polished granite, and polished andesite. We've got all of that. The recipes are unchanged. It's just andesite or diorite or granite in a 4, like you'd be making the bricks. So let's make this, and let's set it on that. So that is the statue, and then this lets us choose different skills that really, I mean, they don't serve us a huge purpose yet, but they will serve us a huge purpose later on. So there's 4 main classes. This is offensive caster, and I really haven't messed around with the this Angel of Vengeance mod too much, other than looking and reading through these. So let's see. So this increased spell power, implosion, destruction, slay living, which is, that's kind of neat. Some possible healing spells, and then the core class spells. This is the healer. I don't know. I mean, if this works on self, maybe that's beneficial. But I could see this coming into a much more important role on like a multiplayer server. This is not that. And this is defender, which gives, it like empowers the shield. So like in this case, there's Shield of Faith, dodge, double strike, so you hit twice, or at least there's a chance of hitting twice. This one's double strike 2, hit twice. Invoke mass, so this gives you an AoE on your attack. That's kind of neat. Zeal, like I'm not sure, and I don't know if there's a good breakdown of what each of these do, but this is Class Core Astro. So I think this one's like a like an archer class. I'm gonna go defender because I don't know. I guess that's just kind of what I do most of the time in most games that I play. So that over time we'll have to figure out how to work up through this. But this one's kind of nice because it wants us to have a shield, right? Which I usually use a shield anyway in open world packs. So there's okay. Where's our bucket? We have, oh, let's put this stone away too. We want those. The other thing I did, I built a storage drawer and put cobblestone in it between episodes. That was about it. So we've got a bucket of creosote oil. Let's get we need 8, so 4 logs. And then hopefully, okay there, buddy. Hopefully this is the same. Yeah, it is. Cool. So we got 8 treated wood planks now. So that gives us the intro of that. Nope, not that one. Really don't want to deal with a crash right now. We'll do the kiln brick in just a second, and that's going to give us a chance for a loot chest. The treated wood planks. So we've got the treated wood planks. Now we're going to need a lot more treated wood. That's probably something that's going to have to go like between episodes because the coke oven is super slow. So let's do middle loot chest on this one. And yeah, there we go. And let's open that up. And basic energy IO crystal that we have no use for. Okay. Oh, very cool. We could do one more. So we're gonna need quite a bit of this stuff. I need this chest. And there's a few more. I almost forgot, but I didn't forget, but I did. So I had a request to go kind of through the rest of the pages to kind of show what they were. Well, hang on. Yeah. To kind of show what they look like. So this is the intro page, the getting started, where you've got your welcome to Hell quest. That's what I'm going to call it. With all of the different harvest levels and some basics, and then the scanner. And then this is the gates page. It gives you all the different gates within the pack. So these top 5 are actually the immersive, forestry, industrial craft, and thaumcraft were the 4 that are basically open from the start. This is the industrial craft page. It's pretty lengthy, and it's going to take you all the way through the nuclear reactor, and an advanced machine casing seems to be another gate of some kind. Somewhere. I don't know where. Advanced alloy, probably. Because that's going to give you access to the larger machines. All the way down through iridium. The forestry quest line starts at the sturdy casing. And goes all the way through. It does have bees. I don't know. I don't think Gendustry is in the pack, so that's kind of unfortunate. But it does go all the way through that quest line. Immersive is going to take us all the way through. It looks like the diesel generator. Just based on there being the heavy engineering blocks, the generator block, and the radiator block all in one. But the projector's here, which is awesome. Thaumcraft is a massive quest line. Absolutely enormous. I am looking forward to Thaumcraft. I need to do a lot of research for Thaumcraft. I have messed around with Thaumcraft in the past. It's probably been since 1.7.10 maybe that I've done much with it, and I never got super deep into it. Like, I never made a golem. I always wanted to, never did. But we'll be doing that because it's part of the quest line. The Astral quest line. We start at the beginning and work our way through to the iridescent altar. Resonating gems. I don't know that we'll be having to do any of the we might. Ritual pedestals. At least it's going to want us to make the ritual pedestal. But I don't see anything further than that. It's funny that the celestial altar is a gate and not the iridescent. That's cool, though. Extra utilities. That's a big one. Oh, it wants us to do the rainbow gen. Awesome. I'll take it. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot. There's the machine block. And that's the intro. Yeah, no, this is good. This is cool. That's a pretty big quest line, though. And Deep Dark. Deep Dark is here. Didn't realize that. I do not mind that at all. Mechanism is going to take us all the way through the fusion reactor, which we've already done in the modern Skyblock playthrough. But I love that reactor, so I will happily do it again. What is this? Mechanism steel. So, okay, so that's not bad. That just goes through compressed carbon. Thermal evaporation plant. That's really not that bad. That's a pretty good quest line. Now, I do know that a lot of these have been tweaked, so that's something that we're gonna have to keep in mind. Actually, additions all the way through Phantom Face, through the Empower, Greenhouse Glass, Quintuple Battery. Oh boy, that doesn't sound like a grind or anything. Ball of fur, worms. So we're gonna have to deal with cats and stuff. That's fine. Fishing net. Experience. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's... Oh, spawner changer. Very nice. Industrial foregoing. Goes all the way through. Again. Which, once again, we did in the modern Skyblock playthrough. I do know in this pack that the pink slime has been kind of raised in importance. Botania, wow, okay. So this, it seems like this pack is very fond of magic mods. So it's going to want us to do all of the useful flowers and all of the mana producing flowers, the consuming and the producing, through the Gaia Guardian 2 fight. All of the rods, all of the augments, all the horns. So most of what we did, most of what we've already done before, minus all of the flowers. We didn't do all the flowers, so that's cool. Blood magic has it all the way through Transcendent Blood Orb, so we will have to go through the tier 6. We only went to the tier 4 Blood Altar, but we're gonna have to go through tier 6, which is it's cool with me. Yeah, this pack really likes the magic mods. RF tools all the way through dimension building and the builder quarrying all the way out. Nuclear craft is going to want a fusion core. So the fusion reactor, which we did not do in the last playthrough. And I'm going to guess somewhere in here is going to be the fission reactor. Yeah, fission controller down. So basically all the way through nuclear craft. Again, that's a cool mod. I enjoyed nuclear craft. It's fun. Thermal. That's a pretty big one too. That's everything. I mean, that's all the augments. Well, not all, but a lot of the augments too. All the way through the resonant upgrade kit. Energy cells. Yeah, no, I mean, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. That's pretty intense. That's a good set. That's a good setup. Advanced rocketry is going to want us to go... I can't even tell. So we got to deal with dilithium, draconium. So that's the start of draconium. That's dimensional shard. Rutile ore requires iridium ore, which requires destabilized clathrate, which requires the warp controller. So, I mean, it doesn't really tell us. Well, I mean, it's not really telling me exactly where we're going to end up going. But I also can't click into these, so I don't know. This is advanced rocketry and not Galacticraft, so this is going to be a completely different setup from what we did in modern Skyblock. And here's the grindy of the grindy. So environmental tech, we're going to have to get all the way through tier 6 of the solar, void resource, and void ore. It doesn't look like the extra ones, the botanical or that ET Lunar is in the pack. Ender IO is way down at the bottom, and it's basically all the Ender stuff, which is awesome. I kind of wish we could get to this stuff a little bit sooner, but you know, at the same time, with the descriptions that have been put onto this pack, I kind of understand. Draconic, we're getting all the way through the Draconic reactor. And all the tools. And the Chaos Guardian. The Ender Energy Manipulator, which is kind of neat. We can get the Dragon Heart and Dragon Egg without actually killing a dragon. So that one's cool. And then Bragging Rights. Now this is the big baddie. This is that final page that has all of the creative stuff on it. All of the creative stuff. So we've got creative RF, creative EU, creative fluids, creative gases, the creative vending upgrade for the storage drawers, the Infinity Armor and tool set, and then a bunch of other creative stuff that is all craftable in this pack. So that's where we end up trying to get to, is down here to bragging rights, which means we're getting all the way through blood magic. I'd like to get to get into Thalmcraft, but to do that we need the Viz crystals, or the V crystals, whatever they are. And we're not quite at that point yet. So back to our task at hand. We're gonna grab our bricks and get the kiln put together, right? And I think for the sake of simplicity, why don't we just put it like over here? And then we need our engineer's hammer. Give it a little tap. And we have a kiln. We don't really have anything that we can alloy in it just yet, because we're still kind of waiting on that. But we can, now that we've taken a few minutes and discussed the quest book, we can go into immersive. So we've got the alloy kiln. Let's do a middle chest again, which gets us to the thermoelectric generator. We need ice for that. I have not found ice yet, so I'm going to have to keep looking around. But what we can start looking at is water wheels and windmills with the kinetic dynamo. We probably should think about doing the engineer's workbench too. Let's open this chest. Block of Constantin. Cool, I'll take it. So the engineer's workbench, we're going to need a crafting table. And hopefully we've got enough sticks. That gives us 3. That should actually be enough. We need the... If I can type... I think my keyboard's getting mad at me. So the engineer's workbench is 3 planks, 1 fence, and a crafting table. And that gets us the engineer's workbench. Boom. So I think... Oh, I don't even know where we're going to put that thing. You know what? Let's do this. Let's put it right there. And we can put the torch behind that chest. Why not? Why not? That works. So we're going to have to get some blueprints together. And I don't think we've got the requirements for the blueprints. But... In fact, oh, there they are. So we want metal press molds. And... Oh, that's got to be a steel plate. So we need steel for that. So we're not quite there yet. The crafting components one is aluminum, iron, and copper. We could do that. What we don't have is lapis. Man, this stuff gets a little bit nutty. So we could use the blue flowers. We know that, but we might as well hold off and see what else we can get into quickly. So the kinetic dynamo. We could do watermills or windmills for that, but we need to look and see what's going to be 64 frame blocks. Nice. That's the builder in me just said yes. That's exciting. So we're going to need, where's the kinetic dynamo? I guess we'll search for it. So the kinetic dynamo, we don't have any redstone either. We're going to need LV wire coils. So that's 4. We need 2 of these. And this is going to be shears or the wire cutters plus a copper plate. And a copper plate's going to be, yeah, see, this is when it starts getting a bit expensive, but that's fine. We're going to need steel too. So I think we'll wrap up here. Kind of makes sense too. I'll spend some more time down in the mines between episodes, trying to get to where are we going to need to get? This is lead, and lead will let us get to osmium, and osmium lets us get to obsidian, because we're going to need to get to the nether after we hit obsidian, and that's kind of our next big hurdle. So what about the... Real quick... Scanner. We're going to need RF for that anyway. But that's doable up to the nether quartz. Well, that's partially doable. So, yeah, I think we'll wrap up there, and I will spend some time between episodes getting to the obsidian mining level, and that way we can get to the nether and handle our business, because that's our next step, is going to be to get to the nether and get cobalt and probably ardite while we're there, because I believe obsidian can do both. And then we're going to have to get down to bedrock. You know, we got a lot of work to do, just in a very short amount of time. So I will progress as far as I can on the mining levels. We kind of went over how it's done in the first episode, but it's just find the material, mine it, come up, build the tool, find the next material, mine it, come up, build the tool. And it just kind of goes on and on and on until we hit the very end. And I don't even know what the end is. So anyway, thank you very much for watching and hanging out with me. If you enjoyed today's episode, slap that like button. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, or you're new here, slap that subscribe button. I really appreciate all of that, and I appreciate all of the words and everything that you leave me. I'd love to hear from you. If you got anything you want to make known, stick it down there in the comments section. Anyway, till next time, Grumpy Giant signing out. Bye-bye.